XRP price talk got you covered. What about John Deaton going after Elizabeth Warren's Senate seat? Oh man, we may have found a crypto ally after all. We've also got some total shenanigans. I'm talking shadiness. I'm talking about, if you want to know what the definition of crooked is, I got you covered. And please tell me I got some baseball fans in the house, because guess what? We know what's happening.
Spring training 2024.
Yes, the White Sox are still gonna suck ass. The A's are gonna blow even more, but damn it, we get to smell the hot dog smell, caramelized onions, the grass. And I never smelled the grass in the field. Whoever said that shit? Starting it off with the viewer Scott's 2089 says XLM will go between 18 and 25 cents. Dwayne Diesel said can't even go up 1 cent. What are you talking about? Yeah, Scott, I was curious. What's your time frame for that? Anchored Digital Alchemy says, your example about family members passing is valid. I personally prefer that direct message. Basically what happened was people are finding out that their funds are getting hacked, not from the institution or the token or the protocol or the company that they're working through, but on Twitter from someone else breaking the story. That's kind of messed up. Oversoul, who's been hanging out with us a lot in the chats, is saying no juice is on the loose and talking about XLM, Sorband, Protocol 20 went live. The vote passed, but guess what? The market doesn't give a flying fuck. Yeah, the market could give a shit about development. It is about macros with XLM. Bitcoin sitting at 51,873, ETH 2960. XRP we're going to talk about a lot today, and I'm telling you, I need your help. I need your help. Do this, all right? Hang out with me. Listen, I'm going to tell you how I feel about the Dean stuff. I'm going to report the news, and I'm going to tell you how I feel. I want you to convince me how you feel regarding the Deaton thing. XRP sitting at 55.8. All right, Stark net drops 49% following a highly anticipated Stark airdrop. Okay, so there was an airdrop. Here's a chart. Yeah. Oh, I mean, like, you know, it happens, dude. Like, it happens. We've seen this with a whole bunch of airdrops. I mean, look at this, right? Look at this. Went all the way up to 1847 and now back to 1202. So if you got rid of the airdrop, it would just be going on its merry way price-wise. 56 million moved from a defunct exchange after executives fled. Now hold up. You want crypto shenanigans? And seriously, I want to know from you regarding the Deaton thing. We're gonna get serious here in a bit. But first, I got to share with you shenanigans, nefarious, just naughtiness. And let me be honest with you. If you're going to do naughtiness, can you, I don't know, maybe do your best not to use blockchain? Here's why. A defunct Hong Kong exchange has begun moving funds out of its wallets to various decentralized exchanges and centralized platforms, allegedly to avoid anti-money laundering controls. They have moved $55.6 million. These assets were moved from Atom Asset Exchange wallet starting earlier this month. Prior to its discovery, the last known transactions involving this defunct exchange took place in October of 2023 and November of 2022. That's it. So now, all of a sudden, they're quiet in the weeds. They're defunct. They're just, it's a mess. Hold on. Following its shutdown, the former CEO Thor Chan and board member Haoman Liang were arrested by Hong Kong police after attempting to flee the city. However, the AX founder is still on the run. I wonder who's taking that money. Like, for real, I get it. Like, there's anonymity with blockchain. But, like, there's still traces. You can't trace cash, my guy. Like, okay, big bill cereals, like, on hundreds, you can. So, like, I would keep it at, like, 20s. And I would keep it at circulated 20s, not freshly printed. But, like, dude, they're going to follow. Okay, like, so they did that with Do Kwon. They did it with Kyle Davies and Su Zhu. Like, come on now. There is a trace. Is it, do we know necessarily who it is? No, but we know there's a trace and we can follow it. Okay. Here's that tweet. This was on November of 2022. This is how fucked up it is. Please play your role as a community and industry to provide support by allowing us time to resolve what we believe is far from insurmountable but nonetheless complex. User funds are not on direct threat. That would be a lie because the owner just took 56 million. Ah, dude, this is crazy. All right, Deaton. Here's the deal, man. Deaton changed his address, okay, so that he could go against Elizabeth Warren, all right? Changed his address to a Massachusetts address. Now, I brought this story up about a week ago, so if you hit the subscribe and notification bell, this part here isn't news to you. But what is news is the amount of support that he's getting from the crypto community. The problem we have, though, is the crypto community, when you look at it as a percentage of the population, it's very small. Like, we can all agree, this is not Klaus being negative, but I want you to think about this, okay? We all know that crypto ownership is very small. We also know that the crypto community is very small in terms of the percentage of the population. It's not like everyone owns crypto. Like, we know that. We know it's single-digit percentages. It's fairly small, okay? Is that going to be enough support, though, for Deaton to win? I mean, think about that. Like, if the crypto community is small in terms of a percentage-wise compared to the general public, is that enough? Or does Deaton need to start playing against the anti-Democrat, anti-Gary Gensler fanfare, which would get you not only the crypto community, but would get you the other side of the aisle as well to help him out? See, like, there's going to be a bigger strategy. If he just relies on crypto community support, it's a freaking cash grab. Straight up, it's a cash grab, all right? But if he's going to do it, if he's going to garner support from the crypto community, if he's going to try to pull as much Republican support as he can, if he's going to try to pull as much, I don't know, like other aligned on that side stuff, then dude, you're good, right? Maybe you want to do a little bit of pro Pancho Pistola action. Cool, my guy. Like, you can do it. But the thing is Warren has been just wrecking it. I mean, she's not doing a good job yet. She keeps getting voted in time and time and time again. So what I want to hear from you is, after I read this, how do you feel about this? Is this enough? Like, is this enough? Let's learn, and I want to hear from you, okay? Following the declaration, an XRP community member with the handle J_Hill81 posted, I just donated some dollars for the campaign. I encourage everyone else to please help John fight for this important Senate seat. And it would be very important to take over Elizabeth Warren's seat, because then we know how that could change voting in the Senate. That'd be cool. I just donated some dollars for the campaign. I encourage everyone to please help John fight for this important Senate seat. Is it worthy of a donation by you? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I know where Deaton's coming from. He's made his viewpoint very public. McHenry, and let's go big screen, and then we're going to talk XRP price act. Okay, so, like, you remember how, like, McHenry gave, like, all these threats? Like, oh, Gensler, don't make me subpoena you. Oh, Gensler, don't make me be the first chairman. Dude, you didn't do anything. There was a tweet that McHenry put that said something along the lines of, Gary Gensler for the last 2 years has not been responsive or has not provided the information because you allowed him for 2 years to get away with it. If you would have subpoenaed him 16 months ago, 18 months ago, guess what? You wouldn't have been able to put that tweet down. And that's where I get upset here. And this is why I need your help down below in the comments. Politicians, man, I don't trust them. I don't like them. I think they're self-serving, and I think they're all in it for the money. Very few politicians are in it for the good of people. And what bothers me about McHenry, and this is where I'm drawing the parallel with Deaton, is how many times are we promised, we're going to go after him. We're going to change the White House, and we're going to change. You ain't changing shit. Debt goes through the roof. Everyone's spending money stupid. Oh, I'm sorry, Republicans. If you really, really wanted to put your foot down, guess what, my guy? You should not have even had one yes vote to send money to Ukraine and Israel, the Middle East, and Gaza Strip, and all that kind of crap. No. And that's where I have the problem here. So donate to Deaton. And what happens here, for those of you who do not live in the United States, this is exactly how this works, okay? You donate to these people, it goes in their war chest, all right? All they have to do is declare that as income, and they get to take all the money. They don't even have to use it on the campaign. They can use it on themselves, like for personal shit. They just have to make sure they're legit on taxes and legit on the declaration. So there has already been a presidential candidate that's dropped out of the race. And they had a fairly nice war chest. When they dropped out of the race, guess what that war chest did? It's their new piggy bank. And that's what bothers me is McHenry and all the House Republicans said all this stuff about how they were going to change stuff, and they didn't do a damn thing. And guess what, everyone? They're not going to do a damn thing because guess what? 2024 is an election year. So they're too worried, not McHenry because he's going private, they're too worried though about getting re-elected. So like Deaton, what I'm afraid of is this is just another money grab from the guy on that side of the aisle trying to take money from that side of the aisle, and guess what? We all end up with a big bullshit pile of debt. Remember a couple days ago, I did the video regarding the world debt clock and how crazy it was? Like every freaking country that you are from, yeah, from you, because I've got tons of international viewers too. Debt is just through the roof, my guy. And what are we getting from our politicians? Oh, Deaton, you're going to be different than everyone else. And like, I get it. The simpers are going to be sucking on the old sackaroo. And remember, stay pimping, not simping. But the simps and the maxis go, oh, bro, you're talking shit about Deaton? What did McHenry do? What about all those people out there that promised you, oh, crypto reg? We didn't even get stablecoin regs going. We didn't even get stablecoins going off the ground. Stablecoins got further off the ground than Sorband did. There's an XLM joke for you. Which, by the way, Protocol 20 did go live today, and as we all knew, no price action, because no one gives a shit. But for real, is this just a money grab? Because to be honest with you, I've heard time and time again promises from all these politicians, and they're all full of shit. We still have the same problems we did 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years, or 50 years ago. Oh, energy independence. Jesus fucking Christ. Klaus, I'm looking at my watch right now, and Garmin tells me, Klaus, it's 2024, February 20th. And we're still not energy independent. And oh my God, we've heard about that for so long. Oh, we're gonna make this whole grid perfect for EVs. Girlfriend, that ain't working. That's not working. I can tell you that firsthand that that's not working. So yeah, let's just keep promising shit and under-delivering. Oh, wait a minute. That's like crypto stuff, right? So maybe politicians in crypto fit. So maybe Deaton's got it right. Let me know down below. Convince me one way or the other. I just don't fucking trust these people. I think they're all scumbags out for their own money and cash grab. Let's talk XRP price. All right, let's swing it on over to XRP prices. We can see BTC is pulling things back a little bit right now, allowing some exposure to the market. Now, just an observation, and I was sharing this with one of y'all via email here over the last few days. If we just eliminate the bull run move here, doesn't it kind of look like this move is all part of the same line? Like, for real, think about this, right? Let's just do a little bit of like doodling right here, right? Doesn't it kind of look like this is all kind of part of the same? And this here is just a statistical anomaly. And what statistical anomaly happened down there? Pandemics and stuff like that. So think about it. We erased that. It kind of looks like we're on a very strong path. Honestly, I think this is good. I really do. When I look back at it, I look at the real bottom of the market now being more around this 2020 time before the bull market, right? Before this fake run here happened. Now, this was the initial discovery phase, okay? Discovery, price speculation, y'all know the answer to how that works, right? There are very few options out there. You know, you get tons more cryptos to go in here, way fewer to go in here. But like I said, right? You get rid of this anomaly, this life anomaly, because it is a life anomaly. Be real here. The whole lockdowns, all that shit wasn't real, man. You couldn't get toilet paper. Cars were going like for crazy. Used cars were going more than new cars because like they actually had inventory for them. It was freaking crazy. You couldn't get wood. You couldn't buy decks. Churches were closed, but you were allowed to do tasty bong rips all over the place. So, I mean, like, the world was in a funky place. We had mandatory lockdowns. Oh, yeah, they shut down gyms, too, where people go to get healthy and lose weight. No one ever told us to drink more water, and sure as shit, people were not saying anything about get more sleep and be healthy. Nope, it was just lock your shit down and be lazy AF. That's the statistical anomaly. So if you get rid of that right here, what you're noticing is that XRP is actually on a really good path from that bottom point. Check this out, right? Look at that line, and I'll zoom in just a little bit more. Like I said, you get rid of that anomaly and it's following that path. That, when you look at it that way, right? When you look at it going, you know what, macros, money was also cheap then too. Let's be real here. Money was super cheap then too. There was a lot of money floating around with venture capital. So you get rid of that statistical anomaly because you're not getting that again. Those things aren't lining up. We ain't sure as shit locking down again. Girlfriend, not in my backyard. The Fed is monetarily not going to go that low for a long time because, holy crap, you don't want inflation to bite us in the butt yet again. So you get rid of that statistical anomaly and XRP is moving on the way up. And think about that. Think about that, like in reality, not like people using this data as charting crap, but I mean, look at the story. 2020 from now, we've gone up from 20 cent XRP to 55 cent XRP. I know it doesn't sound exciting, but that's a healthy way of looking at it when you actually extrapolate the outlier of data. And that's what you do with a lot of statistics. If there's a thing out there that just doesn't make any sense or that's like a weird outlier, you remove it from the data because it can skew the numbers so heavily. And that's what you saw here. Even look at the volume on the bottom of my screen. Do you notice how the volume we're in now is very much like the volume we were in 2020, 2019, before things went stupid? Kind of back to normal. And then look at the volume here, right? Look how crazy big it is. This is nutso. Let me clean all this up because you know what we're looking at, right? Look at all that. Big volume there. So again, even volume looks more like normal. So if volume is continuing on the path that we saw of 2019 to 2020 early part, and we're matching that with the 2023 phase to 2024 to now, it sure as shit looks like XRP is way healthier than people are thinking. You just have to use the concept of removing or extrapolating outliers in statistical data. Now, there's going to be some people out there that are going to argue with me, and you're totally welcome to. And they're going to say, Klaus, you know what, though? How is this a statistical outlier? This is from 2020 all the way into 2022. And you're right. That is a long time period to have a, quote, statistical outlier. But that whole outlier was created by what? The Rona situation, which is a statistical outlier, right? I mean, zoom back out again, okay, when you talk about true pandemics and all that kind of stuff. They're statistically rare. We don't run our lives and we don't base our lives based on statistical anomalies. We run and base our lives based on everyday commonality, everyday perception of average. Right? You don't live every day with a fire extinguisher under your arm. No. You know where it is in your house, but you don't keep it under your arm, right? I mean, hey, if there's a fire at your neighbor's house, you're going to keep it under your arm and be like, whoa, if that jumps over across the street, I got to start acting. If that jumps to my car, I got to act. But no, you know where it is. I think we have to start looking at this chunk of time here very differently. And in fact, I think we have to start extrapolating it from the data because it's not real and we're not going to replicate it again. Ooh, we went a little deep there in theory, didn't we? You know, the idea of extrapolating odd parts in time, it's very, very key. I want you to think about businesses, okay? Businesses build up, especially retail, for Christmas season, right? You know when you go to Walmart, you go to Target, see, I'm still having problems with the sinus shit. When you go to Target and when you go to Walmart, right, you're doing all that. You know how like during Christmas, like all lanes are open, but the rest of the year there's only like 2 and now it's like all self-checkout, you're like doing your own shit. But think about that, right? Walmart doesn't keep, Target doesn't keep, these retailers, JCPenney, whoever you want to talk about, they don't keep every register open all year round because that's not their statistical norm. That's only the norm for the shopping season, which is very, very small. Pequeño, or is it pequeña? I don't know if shopping season is feminine or masculine. But the idea is that we don't base our lives on that. I'm not feeling, like I have a horrible infection. I have like hearing bones and stuff like that, so it really messes things up in there. And for me, right, it's changing how I sleep. It's changing my patterns. It's changing what I do. Like it really messes up my life just because of previous medical issues, right? But I don't change my life every day, only when I get sick like that. Like, I don't live every day in caution thinking, oh my God, I just sneezed. Nope, well, gotta lay down now for 2 hours and make sure I didn't screw up my implants. And you're like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't do that. So maybe we shouldn't do that with the crypto market. And we should really extrapolate that mess that was the money printer go burble run. Was it juicy? Was it fun? Yeah. Is it realistic now? No. Is it going to repeat itself again? No. There's like no money out there. But I want to hear from you. We went a little deeper. We went a little longer. She asked for it, so I gave it. Taxed it. Came back and taxed it again. Catch y'all later.